Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NNN News reading of My Immortal. This has been a heavily requested, heavily waited for stream. My Immortal, if you don't know, is the preferred telling of the Harry Potter universe. It is not transphobic like J.K. Rowling. In fact, it is very transpositive, and that's why we're happy to read this masterpiece for you guys today. I'm joined by my friends, but today I'm a little bit different. In fact, I'm abnormal. I'm wearing cargo shorts and a white t-shirt. Nev, you want to introduce yourself? Tell the people how you're doing, who you are?
So I'm a changed person now. Neville Croft, Z no longer exists.
Mm-hmm.
I am Devil Croft now.
Wait, Dev, would you mind repeating that for me? I thought...
No, can you call me Dev now?
Dev, okay. But it sounded like you said your name was Devil Croft, but in the note you sent to me, it said Devile Croft. So can we get that?
Oh, I can go by either, I suppose.
Okay.
I understand that the accent of yours now makes it a little difficult to understand at times, but I digress. So yeah, I like listening to MCR now. I love Joe Madden, Gerard Way. I shop exclusively at Hot Topic. Right now, I'm wearing a black baggy shirt with red skulls, black ripped jeans, a chain with a pentagram on it, earrings in the shape of blood drops, and black eyeliner with red lipstick.
Wow, totally beautiful. Now go ahead, Mary.
Hey, I'm Mary Bell. I'm super gothic, actually. I'm wearing a pentagram, and I've got black lipstick and black fishnets on, and a black miniskirt with some black makeup. And yeah, it's me. Black.
Okay, great, black. Chelsea, how about you? Are you black?
No, my name is Halsey Beckham.
So I'm sorry. I hope I didn't offend you there.
Yes, I'm Halsey Beckham. I'm Queen of the Night, Demon to the Light. I'm currently wearing my MCR t-shirt with a beautiful flannel on top, a star pin, some upside down cross earrings, and some gorgeous eyeshadow, my red colored contacts, and my spiky choker.
Wow, sounds absolutely gorgy. Speaking of gorgy, how are you doing, Gorbert?
Hi, I'm Gorbert. I'm doing great. Well, gothic, as I would say. Currently I'm wearing a deep purple-blue contacts, which complement my heavy eyeliner. I'm wearing a ripped mini jacket over my ragged, white, torn MCR tank top. I have a black leather mini skirt, and I also have a bunch of chains and a purple pentagram stitched on the left side.
Wow.
Yeah, I look really cool.
Beautiful.
Wow, we're so gothic today.
That's remarkable. Now, 666, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Do you have a new gothic name, or was 666 gothic enough?
Like I said, Satan only lets me go by 666, so
all right.
That's what I gotta do.
What's your gothic fit today?
So what happened, right? I fell into one of those sulfur vents down here.
Sure.
The ones I'm talking about. Maybe you don't. Anyway, it fucked up my hair, made it all spiky, burned my clothes, and I crawled out of it. I looked at a mirror and I said, you know what? This kind of works.
Mm-hmm.
So I just stitched MCR into the shirt and I said, why fucking not?
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is a friend of yours in here, 666, but somebody just said hell in the chat. I imagine.
Hell?
Yeah. Sarcastic, bro. Wait a second.
I don't know.
It must be a friend of yours. Anyway, now that we have all the introductions out of the way, without further ado, it is time to get to My Immortal. Chelsea, would you mind taking it away with the author's notes here?
Yeah. Special thanks, get it, 'cause I'm gothic.
You are.
To my GF, ew, not in that way, Raven, Bloody Tears 666, for helping me with the story and spelling. You rock. Justin, you're the love of my depressing life. You rock too. MCR rocks!
They do. I want to say that this stream is not sponsored by MCR, but they do rock hard, and you better listen to their new album. The music is good.
Yes. Hi, my name is Ebony Darkness, Dementia Raven Way, and I have long ebony black hair, that's how I got my name, with purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid-back and icy blue eyes like limpid tears, and a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. If you don't know who that is, get the hell out of here. I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was because he's a major fucking hottie. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale white skin. I'm also a witch, and I go to a magic school called Hogwarts in England, where I'm in the 7th year. I'm 17. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell, and I wear mostly black. I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it and a black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and black combat boots. I was wearing black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner, and red eyeshadow. I was walking outside Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining there, so there was no sun, which I was very happy about. A lot of preps stared at me, but I put my middle finger up at them.
Hey, Ebony,
shouted a voice. I looked up. It was Draco Malfoy.
What's up, Draco?
I asked.
Well, that was a very
Nothing.
magical moment. He said shyly.
Nothing.
He said shyly. But then, I heard my friends call me and I had to go away.
Is it good? Please tell me. Things.
Chapter 2. Thanks to... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay.
Thanks to Bloody Tears 666 for helping me with the chapter. By the way, preps, my bad. Stop flaming my story, okay.
The next day, I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a little bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony. Inside was hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took of my giant MCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears, and put my hair in a kind of messy bun.
Beautiful.
My friend Willow A.M. Raven, this is you. Woke up then, and grinned at me. She flipped her long, waist-length raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes, and steam just popped up in a second. She put...
Go ahead.
What was the last thing I said?
Something about Marilyn Manson clothes. Oh, Forest Green Eyes, sorry.
Oh, forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with a black mini, fishnets, and pointy high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner.
Very specific. Mary, this is you.
No, I'm Willow.
Oh, wait, never mind. Who's Willow? Oh, Gilbert's
I am.
Willow, sorry. I lied to you, Mary.
OMFG, I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday.
She said, excitedly.
Yeah, so?
I said, blushing.
Do you like Draco?
She asked as we went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall.
No, I so fucking don't.
I shouted.
Yeah, right.
She exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me.
Hi.
He said.
Hi.
I repeated flirtily.
Guess what?
He said.
What?
I asked.
Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade.
He told me.
Oh my fucking god.
I screamed. I love JC. They are my favorite band, besides MCR.
Well, do you want to go with me?
He asked. I gasped.
Chapter 3.
Can I read the author's note?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Author's note. Stop flamming the story, preps. Okay? Otherwise, thanks to Dagothic Purple for the god reviews. Thanks, Agan Riven. Oh yeah, BTW. I don't own this or the lyrics for Good Charlotte.
Yeah, I want to say to Rarely Smilish in the chat, we can't play Marilyn Manson's fight song for the same reason. We don't own the lyrics, so we can't use it.
Truly unfortunate.
Yeah.
On the night of the concert, I put on my black lace-up boots with high heels. Underneath them were ripped red fishnets. Then I put on a black leather mini dress with all this corset stuff on the back and front. I put on matching fishnets on my arms. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. I felt a little oppressed then, so I slit one of my wrists. I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding and listened to some GC. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale already. I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to the concert.
That elevated quite quickly, didn't it?
It really did.
Yeah.
I mean,
Trigger warning, by the way.
yeah, trigger warning, blood drinking in progress.
Slight trigger warning.
Well, the writing is so good in this. I mean,
It's
the way
very
that
good.
You have to be
went up
careful,
there.
yeah.
It
really
really
ramps
stirs
up
my
very
heart.
slowly, you know? It's
Yeah.
really well developed.
Hey, we go on.
I went outside. Draco was waiting there, in front of his flying car. He was wearing a Simple Plan t-shirt. They would play at the show, too. Baggy black skater pants, black nail polish, and a little eyeliner. And a lot faux cool boys were it, okay?
Hi, Draco.
I said in a depressed voice.
Hi, Ebony.
He said back. He walked into his flying black Mercedes-Benz. The license plate said 666. Hey, I got a shout out.
Yeah, nice.
And flew to the place with the concert. On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car and went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte.
You coming cold, you're covered in blood. They're all so happy you've arrived. The doctors cut your cord and head you to your mom. She set you free into this life.
Saying Joel, I don't own the lyrics to that song.
Oh, can we get that removed from the stream? I really hope we don't get copyright struck for
No
that.
copyright.
Yeah, we don't want a copyright strike.
Joel is so fucking hot.
I said to Draco, pointing to him as he sung, flinging the... I can't fucking...
Filling.
Filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly Draco looked sad.
What's wrong?
I asked as we moshed to the music. Then I caught on.
Hey, it's okay. I don't like him better than you.
I said,
Really?
asked Draco sensitively, and he put his arm around me, all protective.
Really?
I said,
Besides, I don't even know how Joel is. I don't even know Joel. And he's going out with Hillary fucking Duff. I fucking hate that little bitch.
I said disgustedly, thinking of her ugly blonde face. The
I
night went
understand
on
that.
really well, and I had a great time. So did Draco. After the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji and Joel for their autographs and photos with them. We got GC concert tees. Draco and I crawled back into the Mercedes-Benz, but Draco didn't go back into Hogwarts. Instead, he drove the car into the Forbidden Forest.
Chapter 4. Arthur's notes. Mary, go ahead and read these ones because you haven't said anything this entire stream.
Pull your weight, Mary.
I said stop Fleming, okay? Ebony's name is N.O.B., not Mary Sue, okay? Draco is so in love with her that he is acting different. They knew each other before, okay?
Well, Mary, that word clearly says death rent.
Yeah, different.
Can you not correct me, please?
Well, you're reading the story wrong.
Also, 666, you get a shout out in the weird, like, XXX chapter separation here, too.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
That's
Vote
odd.
666.
Folks,
Draco!
I shouted.
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously.
What the fucking hell?
I asked angrily.
Ebony!
He said.
What?
I snapped. Draco leaned in extra close, and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing color contacts, which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness. And then suddenly, I didn't feel mad anymore. And then, suddenly, just as I, Draco, kissed me passionately, Draco climbed on top of me, and we started to make out keenly against a tree. That's a good vocab word there.
Yeah, some keen making out.
He took of my top, and I took of his clothes. I even took of my bra.
That sounds very biblical.
Very biblical.
The writer really did the
going on here, dude.
I know.
Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what hyphenated, and we did it for the first time.
Oh!
I screamed. I was beginning to get an orgasm.
A what?
Orgasm.
I haven't heard of what's that?
Yeah, exactly.
Continue
we started to kiss everywhere, and my pale body became all warm. And then,
I bet that's probably you, Chelsea. Oh wait, no, is that me?
No, it's you.
What the hell are you doing, motherfuckers?
It was Dumbledore.
Chapter 5.
This is really well written.
Stop flamming. If you flam, it means you're a prep or a puzzer. That only reason Dumbledore swore is because he had a headache. Okay? And on top of that, he was mad at them for having sex X. P.S. I'm not updating until I get 5 good reviews.
Dumbledore made and Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily.
You ludicrous fools!
He shouted. I started to cry tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco comforted me. When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snap and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry.
They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest.
He yelled in a furious voice.
Why did you do such a thing? You Hilcadopsis?
Asked Professor McGonagall.
Dare you?
Demanded Professor Snap. And Draco shrieked.
Because I love her.
Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snap said,
Fine. Very well. Oh, sorry, I forgot I'm a boy. Fine. Very well. You may go up to your rooms.
Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us.
Are you okay, Ebony?
Draco asked me gently.
Yeah, I guess.
I lied. I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and my hair and changed into a low-cut black floor-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels. It gets a slight run-on. When I came out, Draco was standing in front of the bathroom, and he started to sing, I Just Want to Live by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed after that. We said goodnight, and he reluctantly went back to his room.
Glad they didn't break the rules. Chapter 6. Author's note.
Crips, okay, P.S. I won't update until you give me good rules.
Sounds about right.
The next day I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black miniskirt that was all ripped around the end, and a matching top with red skulls all over it, and high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings, and 2 crosses in my ears. I spray painted my hair with purple. Spray paint? Oh god. In the great hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk.
Oh my
And
god,
a
that's
glass
super
of red
spooky.
blood. It's very scary. Suddenly, someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled over my top. There's more narration in this than I thought.
Bastard!
I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up, because I was looking into the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair and red streaks in it. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face, and he was wearing black lipstick. He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses just like Draco's, and there were no scar on his forehead anymore. He had a manly stubble on his chin.
Who is
He
this?
had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden. He was so sexy that my body went all hot, and I saw him kind of like an erection, only I'm a girl, so I didn't get one, you sicko!
Good point.
So sorry.
He said in a shy voice.
That's alright. What's your name?
I questioned.
My name's Harry Potter, although most people call me Vampire these days.
He grumbled.
Why?
I exclaimed.
Because I love the taste of human blood.
He giggled.
Well, I'm a vampire.
I confessed.
Really?
He whimpered.
Yeah.
I roared. We sat down to talk for a while. Then Draco came up behind me, and told me he had a surprise for me, so I went away with him.
Chapter 7.
What about the
Bring me
surprises?
to life. This is the first named chapter.
Very fancy.
Who wants to read these author notes? Gilbert, go ahead, read them.
Oh,
Alright. Well, okay, guys, I'm only reading this because I got 5 God reviews. And by the way, I won't write the next chapter until I get 10 God raw vons. Stop flamming, or I'll report you. Ebony isn't a Mary Sue, okay? She isn't perfect. She's a Satanist.
Mm-hmm.
And she has problems. She's depressed, for God's sake.
Relatable.
Draco and
Just
I
like
held our...
everyone here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So relatable. Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist sings on my nails in red nail polish. And see, those that sound like Muru Su to Oo.
It does
waved
not sound
to
like
them.
Mary Two to you.
Indeed not. I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going up with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. I went into his room and locked the door. Then we started Frenching passively.
That's when you just let it fly. That's when you just let the tongue flop around in their throat, very passively.
We
I think
took
that's
each-
really romantic.
I think it is too.
Give me a second.
You
And
got
we
it.
took each other's clothes off enthusiastically. He felt me up before I took off my top. Then I took off my black leather bra and he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked. And then he put his boy's thingy in mine. And we had a sex.
Can we put
See?
that on
Wait,
YouTube?
her what? Her-
Was that
her
was
boyfriend?
that sex scene too graphic?
That's pretty graphic, you know. That's
I don't know. I'm really nervous.
They should have put a trigger warning here.
See, is that Mary Sue stupid? That's what that author note should have said, because it isn't. Mary Sue's don't have sex like that.
obviously.
Oh, Draco!
I screamed while getting an orgasm. When all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before in Draco's arm. Bitch, how the fuck? It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, in bloody Gothic writing, were the words, vampire. I was so angry.
You bastard!
I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed.
No, no, but you don't understand.
Draco pleaded, but I knew too much.
No, you fucking idiot.
I shouted.
You probably have AIDS anyway.
I put on my clothes all huffy and then stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care.
Wait, what?
I
You know
stomped
what do you think she's talking about?
You know what?
Nose, maybe?
Yeah, no, I was thinking
Maybe toes?
Maybe booty?
Oh, you might have maybe Draco has a big badonk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's totally possible.
Oh, that sounds a bit inappropriate now.
Yeah,
That is a bit inappropriate.
Evan says
We'll need to put on a trigger warning for this stream.
Evan Williams from our chat says, "Yikes, AIDS phobia." Yeah, I wish this book wasn't so AIDS phobic.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're just trying to bring awareness to the fact that people can have AIDS, you know?
Good point. Good point.
Yeah. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom, where he was having a lesson with Professor Snap and some other people.
Vampire Potter, you motherfucker.
I yelled.
Chapter 8. Author's note. Stop flassing, okay? If you, then you are a prep. Thank you.
Another shout out to 666.
Yeah.
Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came in the room, even though he was naked, and started begging me to take him back.
He was naked in the class.
Ebony, it's not what you think.
Draco screamed sadly. My friend Bloody Mary Smith smiled at me. Understatedly?
Understated?
Wow, a really
Her
intelligent
long
word.
waistline.
Yeah. This book requires a lot of smarts.
Yeah. It's like
You need a
wouldn't
really
get
high
it.
IQ.
Very high. I don't think I have a high enough IQ for this. My
Keep
ability to
going.
read-
You seem like you're doing pretty all right so far.
Yeah,
With your
crimson
IQ.
eyes like blood, but she was wearing contact lenses on. She had a pale white skin. Where did this character come from? She had a pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was, I think that's spelled wrong. That might be spelled correctly. I might be an idiot. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires.
Oh no.
And one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it.
Wow.
She still
Really
has
good
nightmares. She still has nightmares about it, and she's very haunted and depressed. It also turns out
What a deep
her real
backstory.
last name is Smith, not Granger. Since she is converted to Satanism, she is Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. You okay?
Oh,
Yeah, it's just
Dev,
I don't
you
know
alright
what
now?
happened there. I just had a little cough.
little cough
Okay.
bit.
Yeah, maybe you need to get a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, good thing.
Who's Snap?
I think Chelsea Snap.
yeah, I am. What is it that you desire, you ridiculous demi-wet?
Snap demeaned angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him.
Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco.
I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had went out with Draco. I'm fine, so is Ebony. For a while, but then he broke my heart. He
Wait,
dumped
did the
me
story
because-
just shift perspective?
I believe it did.
Yeah.
This is
Wow,
very
what a
progressive
really
writing. Look
great-
at the
Ah.
avant-garde style.
It's very powerful.
Yeah, she was
Hey,
just
they-
testing out a new style.
I mean,
so
they-
much better than the
you-
those
you-
the
you-
shit J.K. Rowling made.
I totally. J.K. Rowling has way more of an ego. You could tell the lack of ego in this writing as she seamlessly transitions
Oh, and the
between
lack of
different
transphobia,
characters.
too.
Exactly. So far, I've seen zero transphobia.
He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Haha, like I would hang out with a prep.
But I'm not going out with Draco anymore.
Said a vampire.
Did we switch back to Ebony's perspective?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Wait,
Okay.
yeah.
It was just for that one sentence, I think.
Yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard.
I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the forbidden forest where I had lost my virility to Draco, and then I started to bust into tears.
Chapter 9.
Virility, what's that?
I think we need to Google it.
That is the best sentence I've ever read.
This is from the movie, okay, so it's not my fault if Dumbledore swears. Besides, I said he had a headache. And the lick Harry now is cause he's a Christian and vampires are Satanist. MCR rocks.
MCR does rock. Damn straight.
It really does.
I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with the Draco. Then all of a sudden, an horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broom. This is gonna be terrible. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie, and he was wearing all black. It was obvious he wasn't, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was Voldemort.
She revealed Voldemort before revealing Voldemort.
It's this type of progressive writing that makes this such a masterpiece.
You know, people, they always say show, don't tell, but this is really tell, don't show, and that's the progressive sort of thinking we need to think about.
The attempt at, like, King James grammar in this is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, this is the problem. It's like J.K. Rowling, she tried to make the reader think too much.
Yeah, this one's like, it just lets you know, and it's less like,
Abrasive.
yeah, and it's more including.
Oh.
Differently mentally able.
Way more including.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because, I mean, I
As someone with self-diagnosed autism, I think it's so much easier for me to just grasp.
Mm-hmm. Now, aren't you Voldemort?
I am Voldemort.
Well, you got a
Well,
line here.
I think Ebony says this word
Oh,
here.
wait, never mind.
No!
I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted. Good read. And I couldn't run away.
Crookshanks!
I shouted at him. Voldemort fell off of his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped.
Nevy Pooh.
Dev?
Nev.
Voldemort?
Hello? Did that come
Voldemort,
through?
you've got a line.
I said it twice.
You have another line, Nev.
You have a.
Did that come through?
Read the line, Nev.
Your
read the line.
connection is
me-
you're
give me
being
some,
hacked by Russian bots, I think.
I think it's his Voldemort voice.
It's his Voldemort voice.
Ebony. Oh, who's he back? You want to read it?
I heard it. I heard Ebony.
Hello? Is that better?
Yeah. Go ahead, Nev.
Okay.
I didn't hear the. Oh, no.
He yelled.
Bolt must kill Vampire Potter!
Holy fuck, Nev, I'm scared.
I thought about Vampire and his sex eyes and his gothic black hair and how his face looks just like Joel Madden. I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and they broke up?
Wow, that's so smart.
Who suggested that idea?
I would never have come to that conclusion.
No! Voldemort!
I shouted back. Voldemort just gave me a gun.
No! Please!
I begged.
Thou must!
He yelled.
If thou dost, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco!
How did you know?
I asked in a surprised way. This is me, sorry. Voldemort got a dude, you're so... I don't feel comfortable
R
saying
word.
that word.
Is that the R word?
We might have to get this slightly edited before we put this
We
as.
might need to edit this. I don't know.
Okay, just say.
Look on his face.
Maybe say, dude, you're so Trump supporter. Can you say that?
Hey, dude, you're such a Trump supporter.
Look
All
on his
hyphenated.
face.
Look on his face.
I have telekinesis,
He answered cruelly.
and if you doth not kill vampire, then thou shalt know what will happen to Draco.
He shouted. Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad, I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Draco came into the woods.
Draco!
I said.
Hi!
He said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram. Get it? Between Joe Madden and Gerard Way.
Are you okay?
I asked.
No.
He answered.
I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me.
I expelled.
That's okay.
He said all depressed, and we went back into Hogwarts together, making out.
Chapter 10.
This author's note is a little bit. I'm shaking.
Who wants to read that?
Whoa.
I don't know if I want to read.
I can read this.
Okay,
What are we
666.
Gilbert's not said anything in a while.
No,
I don't know if I feel
we had
comfortable
Gilbert.
reading this.
I feel very comfortable saying this. This is good. This
I mean,
will be
I
good for my
can.
re-election.
Oh my gosh.
Stop it, you gay fags. If you don't... no, I'm sorry. Donut like lick...
Was that a typo?
Fuck off.
Was she trying to maybe call them like fascists and she mistyped?
I think maybe frog.
I think that's possible.
Was
P.S.
she gonna call them gay frogs?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because frogs are fascist is what I learned at the zoo.
Good point.
That's I didn't know that. Thank you for
It's like
warning me.
that, what was it? PP the frog? Hey, the frog?
It's like the hate
Yeah.
frog.
And there were some at the pond, and they would stare at me without my consent.
What do you tell me? That you saw some pepes at the pond?
Yeah, it was
This
really
is
scary.
this is very worrying.
Yeah.
Truly.
Well, I think that about sums up that author's note.
Oh, let me finish it real quick. P.S. It turns out Bloody Mary... I'm doing this in the wrong voice. Isn't a muggle after all. And she and Vimper are evil. That's why then move houses, okay?
Good point.
Both of my characters.
Exquisite writing. Really.
I think it's the best thing I've ever read.
Really good.
I was really scared about Voldemort all day. I was even upset. Went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band, Bloody Gothic Row 666. I am the lead singer of it, and I play guitar. People say that we sound like a cross between GC, Slipknot, and MCR.
Dude,
The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, although we call him Diabolo now. He has black hair now, with blue streaks in it, and Hagrid. Only today, Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming, and we wrote songs instead. I knew Draco was probably slitting his wrists. This is a key note here. He wouldn't die because he was a vampire, too. And the only way to kill a vampire is with a C-R-O-S-.
S.
I left.
You
S,
left. I think you got
I
it.
thought I left a letter out of that. I don't think I actually did. There was no way I'm writing that. Or a steak. And Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie like The Corpse Bride. I put on a black leather shirt that showed off my boobs and a tiny mini skirt that said Simple Plan on the butt. You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really not.
Yeah, you shouldn't switch game.
Yeah, come on.
No slut shaming.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter.
We
anyway.
were making a cover of Helena, And at the end of this song, I suddenly burst into tears.
Ebony, are you okay?
Bloody Mary asked in a concerted voice.
What the fuck do you think?
I asked angrily, and then I said,
Well, Voldemort came, and the fucking bastard told me to fucking kill Harry, but I don't want to kill him because he's really nice, even if he did go out with Draco. But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will fucking kill Draco.
I burst into tears. Suddenly, Draco jumped out from behind a wall.
Why did you fucking tell me?
He shouted.
How could you dash? You dash. You fucking poser muggle bitch.
See, is that out of character?
No, definitely not.
Not at all.
I started to cry and cry. Draco started to cry.
I'll read. Draco started to cry too, all sensitive. And then he ran out crying. We all practiced for 1 more hour. Then suddenly Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery. And I knew this time it was 'cause he had a headache. Oh, God, you know what that means. I'm worried.
It wasn't because he had a headache.
What have you done?
He started to cry wisely. See, that's basically not swearing, and this time he was really upset. And see, why?
Ebony has been found in his room. He has committed suicide by slitting his wrist. Chapter 11.
This really raises awareness of mental health issues.
There's a lot of consistency in this writing style. That's why I like it so much.
There certainly is. Author's note. I said, stop flaming up preps. See, if this chapter is stupid, 11111, it deals with really serious issues. SPC for yourself. If it's stupid, BRW's fangs. My friend's Raven for helping.
Yeah, so basically that means trigger warning.
Yeah, trigger warning, guys. It deals with really serious stuff.
Very serious.
No!
I screamed. I was horrified. Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her to fuck off, and I ran to my room crying myself. Dumbledore chased after me, shouting, but he had to stop when I went to my room because he would look like a perv that way. Anyway, I started crying tears of blood, and then I slit both of my wrists.
And then what?
They got all over my...
Okay.
This is getting very serious very
I
quickly.
can't believe I started that sentence, the word enter. Anyway, that's... They got all over my clothes, so I took them off and jumped into the bath angrily while I put on a Linkin Park song at full volume.
Relatable.
I do that all the time.
I grabbed a stake and almost stuck it into my heart to commit suicide. I was too fucking depressed.
Very relatable.
I got out of the bathtub and put on a black low-cut dress with lace all over it. Sadly, I put on black high heels with big metal stuff on the ends and 6 pairs of skull earrings.
6? Oh my gosh. This is escalating.
This is escalating. I couldn't fucking believe it. Then I looked out the window and screamed! Snap was spying on me. And he was taking a videotape of me, and Lupin was masticating to it.
Oh no.
Sitting on their broomsticks.
It's giving light to toxic masculinity.
I hate toxic masticating.
Toxic masticating. Really disgusting.
It's the worst.
I think we should call it mansticating.
Masticating.
It is,
That's
yes,
brilliant.
that's perfect, masticating.
Ew, you fucking perv, stop looking at me naked! Are you pedos or what?
I screamed, putting on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Manson's on it. Suddenly, Vampire ran in.
Abracadabra!
That's
He
not
yelled
what
at
that
Snape and
says.
Lupin, pointing his womb.
Well, is Lupin trans?
It might be.
I took my gun and shot at Snape and Lupin a gazillion times, and they both started screaming, and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in. No, I'm sorry. I'm not Dumbledore.
Ebony, is that... It has been revealed that someone has... No!
You sound like Alex Jones. Ew.
Oh no.
Well, I'm Dumbledore. That's what Dumbledore sounds like in the movie, right?
Turn the freaking
He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin, and then he waved his wand suddenly. Hagrid ran outside of his room. I'm sorry, B room, and said, "Everyone, we needed to talk."
What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student. I may be a Hogwarts student,
Hagrid paused angrily.
but I'm also a Satanist.
Whoa. Whoa.
Snap
Relatable.
Snap said in a crisp voice as blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him.
There must be other factors.
I-
Oh.
Were the
You
only
don't-
person completely lost? What?
No, you don't have any.
My IQ is too low. I yelled in madly. Lupin held up the camera. I'm sorry. Triumphantly.
Triumphantly. Yeah, you got it correctly.
The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there.
I felt faint. More than I normally do. Like how it feels when you do not drink enough blood.
I get that feeling all the time.
Why are you doing this?
Lupin said angrily while he rubbed his dirty hands on my cloak.
On his clue.
It's
His
dirty
cloak.
hands.
You're right. And then I heard the words that I had heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked and happy or to bite him and drink his blood because I felt faint.
Because
Hagrid said, and he paused in the air dramatically, waving his wand in the air, then swooped. Swooped he in, singing to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent.
because you're gothic, Snap asked... Oh, sorry. I
yeah.
thought there was
Asked
more
a
of the
little-
song.
I want to hear that. Gothic version
that was
of 50
Snap.
Cent.
That wasn't hatred. But anyway, Snap asked in a little afraid voice, because he was afraid. It meant he was connected with Satan.
Wait a second, wait, I'm confused. Are the
What?
lyrics to the gothic version of the 50 Cent song not because you're gothic?
I don't think so.
What are the lyrics to the song then?
I have no
I
clue.
think it's up to the imagination.
It's up to
I
the
don't
about-
understand.
Oh.
I think my IQ's too low to understand.
My
I don't know
IQ
what's
is too
happening.
low. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Who even is saying? Who said this? Who's saying?
Yeah, who says because I love her?
Who is saying this?
Chelsea, would
That's
you...
Hagrid.
I think
I
it's
say that?
Hagrid.
Hagrid says
Okay,
it.
I would say.
Yeah.
Because I love her. Chapter 12.
Thank you.
Loves Ebony?
I guess
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
case.
Is there like a love triangle going
The
on?
thing is, Hagrid's a student in this one.
Yeah.
He's not an old man anymore. He's like a little kid.
Wait, if Ebony doesn't choose Hagrid, does that mean she's like sizist?
Yeah. All right, who wants to do the author note for this one?
I can do it. You know,
Okay.
I feel like I've got it in me this time.
Go ahead, Smidge.
Stop. Enging. Okay, Hagrid is a pedo too. A lot of
What?
people in American schools are like that. I wanted to address the issue. How do you know Snap? He ain't Christine, plus Hagrid isn't really in Louvre with Anobi. That was Serdic, okay?
Oh, now we know who
That
it
was-
was.
okay.
That makes perfect sense.
Character.
This all makes so much
Bonus
sense now. I was about to slit my wrists again with the silver knife that Draco had given me in case anything happened to him.
Okay.
When he had told me to use it in
That was before the story. That happened.
Naturally. Use it valiantly against an enemy, but I knew that we must both be together.
No!
I thought it was Hagrid, but it was vampire. He started to scream.
OMFG, no, my scar hurts.
And then his eyes rolled up. You could see his red whites. I stopped.
How did you know?
I saw it, and my scar turned back into the lightning bolt.
No!
I ran up closer.
I thought you didn't have a scar anymore.
I shouted.
I do, but Diablo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always cover it up with foundation.
He said back.
Anyway, my scar hurt, and it turned back into the lightning bolt. Saved me. Then I had a vision of what was happening to Drago. Voldemort has him bondage.
Whoa.
Anyway,
Not bondage.
I was in school nurse's office now, recovering from my slit wrists. Snap and Lupin and Herod were there too. They were going to St. Mungo's after.
I think isn't it St. Mango's?
I like
Yeah.
mangoes. I'm vegan.
Mongos? Mangoes? Is Mongos not a correct pronunciation of that word?
No, it's mangoes.
No, that's the word mango.
Mangoes, after they recovered, because they were pedophiles, and you can't have those fucking pervs teaching in a school with lots of hot girls.
Preach.
Dumbledore had constipated this Cedo.
Wait.
I think we just had an
CDO?
outbreak of a virus.
You feel okay? Em?
COVID.
Everyone
There's no
okay?
COVID.
Is everyone wearing their mask?
I have my mask. I have
Yeah,
3
I'm
on.
wearing 2.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm wearing my gas mask.
I put up my middle finger at them. Anyway, Hagrid came into my hospital bed. That sounds terrible. Holding a bouquet of pink roses.
Ebony, I need to tell you something.
He said in a serious voice, giving me the roses.
Fuck off.
I told him.
You know I fucking hate the color pink anyway, and I don't like fucked up preps like you.
I snapped. Hagrid had been mean to me before for being gothic.
No, Anobi, those are not roses. Oh, sorry.
What are they?
That's fine.
What? Are they goths to you, poser prep?
I asked because I was angry that he had brought me pink roses.
I saved your life.
He yelled angrily. I feel
No,
like
you
I'm having a
didn't, I
stroke.
replied.
Hey,
You
man.
saved me from getting a Paris Hilton porn video made to your shower scene and being viewed by Snap and Lupin.
Oh,
Mastidated?
Masturbated.
No, it's mastidated.
So wait, a standalone C, should that be an S or a K sound? I'm thinking it's a K, right?
Yeah.
Is that spelled rogue?
It's
To it, he added silently.
Whatever!
I yelled angrily. He pointed his wand at the pink roses.
These aren't roses.
He suddenly looked at them with an evil look in his eyes and muttered, "Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say." That should have been in quotations, but it wasn't.
That's not a spell, that's an MCR song.
I
know.
corrected him wisely.
I know. I was just warming up my vocal cords.
Then he screamed,
Petulis Mengorato mi Caminci Romanico.
"For all who cool
Wait, this is
gothic
still in the quotes.
MC
Oh, sorry. For all you cool gothic MCR fans out there, that's a tribute specifically for Raven. I love you, girl. Emo Noto. Oh, that's in the middle of the spell. I think.
Oh my god.
And then what?
I can't. Okay, this is my brain is.
You can read.
To do the rest of this part.
And then the roses turned into a huge black flame floating in the middle of the air, and it was black. Thank you. Now I knew he wasn't a prep.
Okay, I believe you now. Oh, I believe you. Now, WTF is Draco?
Hagrid rolled his eyes. I looked into the balls of flame, but I could nothing.
You see, Ebony.
Dumbledore said, watching the two of us watching the flame.
To see with is empty flames. Ha ha. The viewers forgot flames. Get it. You must find yourself first, Kay. I have found myself, okay, you mean old man? Hagrid yelled. Dumbledore looked shocked. I guess he didn't have a headache, or else he would have said something back. Hagrid stormed off back to his bed. You are a liar, Prof. Dumbledore. Anyway, when I got better, I went upstairs and put the black leather mid-dress, then that was all ripped on the ends and laced up. There was some corset stuff. Are you back at 6666? Because I can't read.
I am. Where are we?
There was some corset stuff on the front.
Okay. There was some corset stuff on the front. Then I put on black fishnets and black high-heeled boots with pictures of Joe Madden Armstrong on them. I put my hair all out.
Billy Joe Madden Armstrong.
So I looked like Samara from The Ring. If you don't know who she is or a prep, so fuck off.
Damn straight.
And I put on a blood red lipstick, black eyeliner, and black lip gloss.
You look kawaii, girl.
Bloody Mary said
Wait, can I
sadly.
repeat that? I wasn't sad. You look kawaii, girl.
Yeah, that's
Bloody Mary said sadly.
Thanks. Get it? You do too.
I said sadly too, but I was still upset. I slit both of my wrists. How many times is she gonna do that? I slit both of my wrists.
We should have had a counter.
And I sucked all the blood.
Take a drink every time she slits her wrists.
They could be dead. I cried again in the bathroom and put the shades on.
On Lupin?
On, so Snap and I think she means she pulled the shades down.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And Lupin couldn't. I'm just imagining she put on like sunglasses.
That's what I thought too. I thought she put on some pair of sunglasses.
So Snap and Lupin couldn't spy on me this time. I went to some classes. A vampire was in the hair of magical magic. Vampire was in the hair of magical magic creatures. He looked all depressed because Draco had disappeared, and he had used to be in love with Draco. Why are you coughing? Were you trying to get my attention, or you just like the COVID? Oh, he's just the COVID. Yeah, he was sucking some blood from a Hufflepuff.
Jesus.
Oh.
Hardcore, dude.
Hi.
He said in a depressed way.
Hi back.
I said, in an.
How
am I supposed to pronounce?
Quali way. You don't know. It's like Wakanda. It's like Wakanda. Quali.
We both looked at each other for some time. Harry had beautiful red gothic eyes, so much like Draco's. Then we jumped on each other and started screwing each other.
Jesus.
Stop it! What are you holding, simpleton?
Shouted Professor McGoogle, who was watching us, and who was watching us, and so was everyone else.
Vampire, you fucker.
I said, slapping him.
Stop trying to screw me. You know I loved Draco.
I shouted, and then I ran away angrily.
Wait, I'm confused. Was that a non-consensual sex scene? in the middle of a classroom.
I literally
And they've
can't
just
tell.
got kind of just like
It's so vague. It's like she just walks up and jumps on the dick in 10 seconds.
All right.
This is writing.
Well, I think
This is writing.
we should do what the story does and just move away from it without addressing it.
Without
Yeah.
don't address it.
Yeah.
Which we did the vampire you fucker, right?
Yes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just then he started to scream.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
itchy.
my cheek.
Oh, my
okay.
scar hurts.
And then
Sorry.
his eyes rolled up. And you could only see his red whites.
No!
I ran up closer.
I thought you didn't have a scar. Did we already go over this?
we
I
did.
thought you didn't have a
Again.
scar anymore.
I shouted.
I do, but Diablo
Wait.
grab for me.
Wait, did she just take part of the story and put it here?
I thought it's some deja vu.
Control me is a very powerful tool for stretching
Yeah,
out your words.
you gotta finish it.
He said back.
Anyway, my scar hurt, and then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort has him bondage.
Again?
Oh no! Special thanks to Raven, my gothic blood sister. WTF? You're supposed to write this. Hey Raven, do you know where my sweater? Chapter 13.
Oh no.
Sweater controversy.
Raven.
Oh, she finds the sweater.
I hope they do too. Raven, thanks for getting me again. I'm sorry to post your gay ride, but that guy is such a fucking sex boring. Prep, stop flaming. Damn straight.
Yeah, that's right. I need just a breather for like half a second in.
Breathe.
I've just seen a line down the story.
I don't know. None of these lines are funny, Nev. I don't know why you're laughing.
I'm so sorry.
It's
I don't know
a
what's
literary
happening to
masterpiece. Dev, I don't know why you're doing that. Vampire and I wish I could write something at least 1/10 as good as this. Let me tell you. Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared.
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore!
We both yelled. Dumbledore came there.
What is it that you want most, you despicable sobs?
He asked angrily.
Oh. Voldemort has Draco!
We shouted at the same time.
Ha!
He laughed in an evil voice.
No, don't.
We need to save Draco!
We begged.
You guys need to work on your alignment.
Your
He'll get there.
Yeah.
coordination.
There's a bit of Discord logs.
Who's saying?
No,
He said meanly.
I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco. Not after how much he misbehaving in school, especially with you, Ebenon.
He said while he frowned, looking at me.
Besides, I've never liked him that much anyway.
Then he walked away. Vampire started crying.
My Draco.
He moaned. Hang on. Don't you fick gay giz or lick so progressive. Look at that. Look at that. It's so progressive.
Yeah, gay guys are so hurt.
It just proves that F word earlier was a misspelling.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. And he had a brainstorm.
I had an idea.
He exclaimed.
What?
I asked.
You'll see.
He said. He took out his wand and did a spell. Then, suddenly we're in Voldemort's lair.
I think it's Voldemort. Like a fart
Hold on.
noise.
Is that what it is?
Lair. We ran in with our wands out just as we heard a croon voice say,
Alakadabra!
it was Voldemort.
And I think that might have to be the cliffhanger we leave this on chapter 14.
It's Voldemort. We're leaving it on the bombshell that
Wait.
Voldemort
I do want to read the next chapter.
No,
does
leaving on a cliffhanger is good. We'll get the audience back.
yes, and the next chapter does have a warning on it. Some of this chapter is extremely scary, so get ready. We're going to start the next stream with chapter 14.
Norm, it's scree.
Huh?
Scree.
It's scray.
It's not scary.
Okay, guys, if you're not ready for the next, if you're not ready for scray, you're not ready for the next stream. I'm telling you.
Oh, look at that, bro.
Well,
I'm so happy that Voldemort.
Viewer excretion advised. That's
viewer excretion advised. I can't say it more. Well, thanks everybody for joining me. This was the reading of My Immortal. Stay black.
Stay black.
Stay Gothic.